On July 12, 2025, we pause to honor and remember a remarkable group of Americans whose lives and work left lasting legacies in sports, science, arts, and social justice. Each of the following individuals passed away in recent months, and together they represent a rich tapestry of achievements and contributions. Though they are no longer with us, their stories inspire us still.
Pettis Norman, a champion on and off the field. Pettis Birch Norman, a name synonymous with both athletic prowess and unwavering advocacy, passed away on July 7, 2025, at the age of 86. Born in 1939, Norman carved out a distinguished career as a professional football player, gracing the fields of the National Football League as a tight end for two iconic franchises, the Dallas Cowboys and the San Diego Chargers. His journey in the NFL spanned an impressive 162 games, a testament to his durability, skill, and dedication to the sport. Before making his mark in the professional leagues, Norman honed his talents at Johnson C. Smith University, where he was recognized for his exceptional abilities, earning all CIAA honors twice in 1960 and 1961. These early accolades foreshadowed the impactful career that lay ahead. Beyond the roar of the stadium crowds, Pettis Norman was a quiet but powerful force for change. While the details of his civil rights activism are not always widely publicized, his commitment to social justice was an integral part of his life. He understood the platform his athletic career provided and used it to advocate for equality and progress, embodying the spirit of a true champion who fought for what was right, both on and off the field. His life was not without personal hardship. In 2014, he endured the tragic loss of his eldest daughter, Charnine, to gun violence, a profound sorrow that undoubtedly deepened his resolve for a more just society. Pettis Norman's legacy is a powerful reminder that greatness can be found in both public triumphs and private battles, in the pursuit of excellence in one's chosen field, and in the unwavering commitment to making the world a better place for all. His memory will continue to resonate within the annals of American football and the ongoing struggle for civil rights.
I was third string or fourth string, one of the two. I went back into 12th grade and I became a starter, but only played half of the time. When I finished school, obviously I had no scholarships, none, zero. So I had signed up to go into the Air Force. And so I was at a service station one day, washing a car with the gentleman that worked with me. And this gentleman walks up behind me as I was bending down, drying the car off. He reaches his hand out and says, "How you doing? My name is Layden McGirt." And he said, "I understand you're a pretty good football player. Nate here tells me you're the best football player in the state." And I said, "Mr. McGirt, Nate is just pulling your leg." So he says, "I'm the new coach at Johnson C. Smith." He says, "I just signed the contract with him. And this is my first scouting commission." He says, "If you can get out of the Air Force commitment, I'd like to have you come to Smith. You'll be my first recruit." And so that's how I ended up going to college, a place I lived 2 blocks from. And so it was a great school and a great opportunity, and I wouldn't change it. If I had the chance to go to any school in the United States, I would start right there, because I think it was part of making me who my parents had been telling me to be, okay?
Pettis Norman will tell you when he was in college, and he became more active in this with the lunch counter protests. That's when I think he became more of an activist on trying to promote integration.
At that time, lunch counters, they were closed venues, okay, as far as African Americans were concerned. You couldn't go in there. Most of these places you couldn't even go inside. And so it was with that notion, North Carolina A&T, which was 85 miles from, and in the same conference, the students started sitting demonstration. The word got to Charlotte. We said that we have to do the same thing. We have to open it up, because otherwise they are treating us less than human beings. And so we started this at Johnson C. Smith 2 or 3 days later, very quickly after that, in Charlotte. It finally ended. We don't know who helped them make that decision, but that was it. But it was front page news there all during that time.
Back in those days, where teams probably weren't scouting the HBCUs. Gil Brandt, who was in charge of the Cowboys scouting department, he made inroads with some of the HBCU schools. He had these kind of like area coaches that were scouts for him. They ended up knowing that Pettis Norman got drafted by the AFL in like 1962 in the 16th round, and he ended up not going there. Gil knew about the guy, so they brought him in as a rookie free agent. While I don't know if, and especially here in Dallas, if everybody thought Texas was part of the South, it was part of the South when it came to the segregation.
You know, Texas was probably more Southern to me than it was Western. It's probably politically a little bit more conservative.
You know, there was a lot of teams when they were traveling, especially into the South, the teams would stay at a hotel the night before. Well, when they came to Dallas, it was very hard for them to find a hotel that would accept the black players on their team.
Blacks couldn't sleep in the hotels and so forth. The Cowboys was kind of like the introductory piece that started this notion, this thinking that we got to change the system here, okay? So they worked to deal with some of the hotels. And when that opened up, we would sleep separately, black and white. I went to Coach Landry first and said, you know, Coach, we do everything together, but we eat together, but we don't sleep together. And I think a team has to be someone that shares the whole atmosphere together. That's when you build strong teams. And he said, I don't disagree with you at all. Let me talk with Tex Brown. And so when we got to training camp out in Thousand Oaks, Tex called me into his office. He says, I want to follow through on what we said. So he said, well, let's do this. I want to start with you and Dave Manders. And so he said, and after we get back, we're going to have this as the rule. Everybody will be assigned by last name. And that really kind of opened the door and the mentality in Dallas, because the Cowboys were saying, we're not going to eat separately, okay? And we're not going to sleep separately. We're a team. And so that's the way basically society ought to be.
Back then, the players all had off-season jobs. And he ended up getting a job at a bank. And he learned the banking business, where he ended up being the first black official at a bank in Dallas.
Pettis encouraged all the players, you know, to open a bank account. He encouraged us to establish credit. He encouraged us to get involved, you know, in the community.
I tried to do whatever I could to help change those kinds of things that society had operated under for such a long time. Blacks not getting loans for businesses, or whatever the case might be. So I made it a point that I met with chambers of commerce and people and churches and so forth to say, you can borrow money. I know it. And so would share that with people.
I became a customer of his at South Oak Cliff Bank, and I had accounts there, and you know, I would talk to him about investments. He encouraged me to get involved civically in Dallas. Someone once suggested that he could run for mayor and probably get elected. That's how involved he was civically.
The council was an at-large system, and all the evidence proved that the African Americans or poor people were not getting the same services that was available to everyone else.
Well, George Allen, he was the only black member of the city council, but he was always, you know, outvoted. And I think things just got to a head where, you know, people wanted to support him. So I know there was a protest in support of George Allen.
I organized the march, and we had right at 2,000 people down there. And I just said, you know, we have got to change our city so that all people, no matter who they are, have an access to a better life in this city, in jobs, in education, and the whole 9 yards. And so it won't change unless we, one, speak to it, ask for change, and then be part of that change, where everybody benefits when that happens. And so that was the centerpiece of that march. The word came up, or the thought came up, that maybe that got me traded to the San Diego Chargers. One day I was at the bank. Coach Landry called me on the phone, and he says, how long will you be there? And I said, well, you know, I'm the only one here. I'm going to be leaving shortly. He said, let me come over here and I want to talk to you about something. So he came in, looked like about to cry, and we sat down and just chatted for a couple seconds or so, and he says, I've had to do the most difficult thing I've ever had to do since I've been in football. I had no idea what he was going to say. I've had to involve you in a trade. He said, and let me just tell you, this is the most difficult trade. I've never gone to a player's office or his home to tell him about this. It's always in my office. And he told me who it was and so forth. I said, listen, I clearly understand. When that came out, the people really were talking about burning down buildings and so forth. And I mean, the parking lots were full of people at that bank. They were threatening to go over and take the Cowboy office apart.
We all thought he was traded because he was an activist, and it was upsetting. It was really upsetting. That was galvanizing for a lot of the black players. If they could do that to Pettis, they could do, you know. And so that was very upsetting.
The owner called me. I just want you to know that whenever you retire from football, you got a position with the Cowboys. I never looked back on that with regret or anything else. We knew we were very close to winning the Super Bowl, and I know things like this have to happen in life and so forth. And so I've never held that. We always had a great relationship. I had no bitterness at all.
Ted Cordes, the architect behind the scenes of television. On July 6, 2025, the television industry lost one of its quiet giants, Ted Cordes, who passed away at the age of 87. Born in Santa Monica, California, in 1937, Cordes dedicated his entire professional life to the world of broadcasting, primarily through his extensive and impactful career at NBC. His journey began in 1963, not in a corner office, but as a page, a humble start that speaks volumes about his dedication and willingness to learn the industry from the ground up. This foundational experience provided him with an intimate understanding of the intricate workings of a major television network. By 1972, Cordes had transitioned into the crucial realm of broadcast standards, a department that, while often unseen by the public, plays a vital role in shaping the content and quality of what Americans watch every day. In this capacity, he was instrumental in upholding the integrity and ethical guidelines of television programming. His meticulous nature and deep understanding of the medium propelled him through the ranks, culminating in his appointment as Vice President of Broadcast Standards, West Coast, in 1991. He held this significant position for over a decade, overseeing the content that reached millions of homes and ensuring that NBC maintained its reputation for quality and responsibility. Ted Cordes was not a household name, but his influence was profound. He was an architect behind the scenes, a guardian of television standards, and a testament to the power of a long, dedicated career in shaping a vital industry. His legacy is etched into the very fabric of American television, a quiet but powerful force that helped define what we watched for decades.
Mary Kay Gaillard, theoretical physicist. Mary Kay Gaillard, April 1st, 1939, May 23rd, 2025, was a pioneering theoretical physicist whose work helped shape particle physics. A native of New Jersey, Gaillard earned her PhD from University of Rochester and spent her career at UC Berkeley and Lawrence Berkeley Lab. Her groundbreaking research predicted the mass of the charm quark and later identified properties of the bottom quark, both fundamental pieces of the Standard Model. She was among the first women in the UC Berkeley physics faculty and one of few women at the time in her field. Among many honors, Gaillard was elected to the National Academy of Sciences and won the American Physical Society's Sakurai Prize. Beyond technical achievements, Gaillard was known for her wit and determination in a male-dominated field. Reflecting on her career, she once said, "It never occurred to me to give up. It was something I loved."
Well, it's changed a lot and a little. When I was a student at Columbia, I was, I think, 2 out of 60 in my class. And very few of the women of my generation actually stayed in the field. There was a very high attrition rate. Now we have, last year we had at Berkeley something like 23% or something around there, graduate students. So it's obviously a big difference. Now there are, I think, 9 women on the faculty, but still the numbers are small. And still there are, well, part of it is the pipeline. Women are not going into physics in the numbers that it's hard to understand why. It may be that they don't get the math preparation, that they're not, that they're taught that it's not a thing for women to do. It's very hard for me to understand. But so it's improved a lot, but it has a long ways to go. And there's still, I think there's still, certainly there's much less discrimination than before, but there's still subtle discrimination. And
Gaillard died of natural causes at her home in Berkeley on May 23, 2025, at age 86. Colleagues noted that her elegant calculations and perseverance inspired generations of physicists and that she helped pave the way for women in science. Her legacy endures in every physics department that now embraces diversity and in the many students she encouraged to dream big.
Dave Flebotte, a master storyteller's enduring spirit. The world of television mourned the loss of a prolific and beloved writer and producer, David G. Flebotte, who passed away on July 8, 2025, at the age of 65. Born in Hanson, Massachusetts in 1959, Flebotte's career was a testament to his versatility and keen understanding of the human condition, bringing countless stories to life on the small screen. His impressive resume reads like a who's who of iconic American television, with writing and producing credits on beloved shows such as Desperate Housewives, Tulsa King, and the critically acclaimed Boardwalk Empire. He also lent his talents to comedies like Ellen and Will and Grace, and even the groundbreaking drama The Sopranos, showcasing his remarkable range across genres. Flebotte's talent was recognized by his peers, earning him an Emmy nomination for his work on The PJs and a Writers Guild of America Award nomination for Boardwalk Empire. He was also the creative mind behind the Showtime series I'm Dying Up Here, a show that delved into the complex world of stand-up comedy. Beyond his professional achievements, David Flebotte's life was marked by an extraordinary personal battle. Diagnosed with cystic fibrosis as a child, he defied medical expectations, living far beyond what was predicted. In the late 1990s, he underwent a double lung transplant, a monumental procedure that granted him precious additional years to continue his passion for storytelling. His passing on July 8, 2025, was ultimately due to complications from this lifelong illness. Flebotte's resilience in the face of such a challenging health condition, coupled with his immense creative output, makes his story all the more inspiring. He was a master storyteller who not only crafted compelling narratives for television, but also lived a life that was, in itself, a powerful testament to perseverance and the enduring human spirit. His contributions to American television will continue to entertain and resonate with audiences for years to come.
Alan G. Hassenfeld, a visionary in play and philanthropy. On July 8, 2025, America lost a titan of industry and a dedicated humanitarian with the passing of Alan Jeffrey Hassenfeld, former chairman and CEO of Hasbro Toys. He was 76 years old and died in London, leaving behind a legacy that stretched far beyond the toy aisle. Born in Providence, Rhode Island in 1948, Hassenfeld inherited a family business, but he transformed it into a global powerhouse. Under his leadership, Hasbro diversified its portfolio of companies and significantly expanded its international operations, bringing joy and imagination to children around the world. His business acumen was widely recognized, leading to his induction into the Toy Industry Hall of Fame in 1996. Yet, Alan Hassenfeld's impact was not solely measured in corporate success. He was a passionate and proactive philanthropist, initiating a unique brand of corporate activism aimed at improving the lives of children. He believed deeply in giving back, and his efforts led to the establishment of significant institutions. He founded the nonprofit Hassenfeld Family Initiative, LLC, dedicated to women's and children's rights and safety. His generosity also extended to academia, with the establishment of the Hassenfeld Family Innovation Center at Brandeis University and the Hassenfeld Child Health Innovation Institute at Brown University, both aimed at fostering groundbreaking research and support for children's well-being. From donating the Teddy Fountain to Jerusalem to his active involvement with university boards, Hassenfeld's commitment to global child welfare was unwavering. Alan G. Hassenfeld was more than a toy magnate. He was a visionary who understood the power of play and leveraged his success to create a better, healthier, and more joyful world for children everywhere. His philanthropic spirit and business legacy will continue to inspire future generations.
Franklin W. Stahl, molecular biologist. Franklin William Stahl, October 8, 1929, April 2, 2025, was a distinguished molecular biologist whose experiments illuminated the very foundations of genetics. A Boston native and Harvard alumnus, Stahl spent most of his career at the University of Oregon. In 1958, with colleague Matthew Meselson, he performed the famous Meselson-Stahl experiment, demonstrating that DNA replicates semi-conservatively, each original strand serving as a template for a new strand. This result confirmed Watson and Crick's model of DNA structure and is often called the most beautiful experiment in biology. Over his long career, Stahl made numerous contributions to our understanding of genetic recombination in bacteria and yeast. He earned many honors, including a MacArthur Genius Fellowship and membership in the National Academy of Sciences. Even after his 2001 retirement, Stahl continued research and tackled real-world problems, for example, helping the Justice Department investigate 2017 bioterrorism. Stahl died April 2, 2025, of congestive heart failure at his home in Eugene, Oregon, at age 95. His passing was not announced until July, reflecting his quiet nature. Colleagues recall Stahl as brilliant but humble. The obituary in The Scientist aptly notes that his DNA experiment provided concrete evidence for the replication model and stands as a landmark in science. Stahl's legacy endures in every textbook that describes DNA replication and in the generations of geneticists he taught and inspired.
And to test the hypothesis, we agreed that we were going to work together to figure out whether or not it was right. So it became the building block, you might say, for all of biology.
Don Hein, the voice of Indiana sports. Donald Ray. Hein, a legendary sportscaster whose voice became synonymous with Indiana sports, passed away on July 3, 2025, at the age of 85. Born in Olwine, Iowa in 1940, Hein built a remarkable career that spanned decades, leaving an indelible mark on the broadcasting landscape of the Hoosier State. He began his journey in broadcasting at WMBD-TV in Peoria, Illinois, before making his pivotal move to Indianapolis in 1969. It was there, at WTHR-13, that he truly found his calling, becoming the television play-by-play announcer for the Indiana Pacers ABA games. He was on the air, bringing the excitement of the game to living rooms across the state as the Pacers clinched 3 ABA championships in 1970, 1972, and 1973. For over 3 decades, Don Hein served as the sports director for WTHR-13, a testament to his enduring presence and influence. He was renowned for his "tell it like it is" style, a straightforward and honest approach to reporting local sports that resonated deeply with viewers. His professionalism and passion for connecting with athletes and coaches were evident in every broadcast. Hein's excellence was widely recognized. He was named Sportscaster of the Year 3 times by both the Associated Press and United Press International, and was honored for 9 consecutive seasons as the state's best play-by-play announcer. He also received the prestigious Edward R. Murrow Award for exemplary reporting and was inducted into the Indiana Television Pioneers Hall of Fame in 2004. Don Hein was more than just a sportscaster. He was a trusted voice, a beloved figure who brought the triumphs and heartbreaks of Indiana sports into the homes of countless fans. His legacy is one of integrity, passion, and a deep connection to the community he served.
Frank Layden, the beloved architect of the Utah Jazz. On July 10, 2025, the basketball world bid farewell to a true legend, Frank Layden, who passed away at the age of 93. Layden's impact on the NBA, particularly with the Utah Jazz, was nothing short of transformative. He joined the Jazz in 1979 as general manager when the team was still in New Orleans, and after their move to Salt Lake City, he took on the dual role of coach and general manager midway through the 1981-82 season. It was in 1984 that Layden achieved a rare feat, becoming one of only 4 individuals in NBA history to win both the Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year awards in the same season. This remarkable accomplishment underscored his exceptional leadership and strategic vision as he guided the Jazz to a significant 15-win improvement. Layden's most enduring legacy, however, lies in his unparalleled eye for talent. He was the mastermind behind the drafting of 2 future Hall of Famers who would define the Jazz for decades, John Stockton in 1984 and Karl Malone in 1985. These pivotal selections laid the foundation for the Jazz's sustained success throughout the 1990s, a testament to Layden's foresight. Beyond his strategic brilliance, Layden was a beloved figure known for his colorful presence and witty storytelling. Even after stepping down from coaching in 1988 due to burnout, he remained a cherished basketball statesman in Salt Lake City, attending games and entertaining crowds with his charm. Before his NBA tenure, he coached his alma mater, Niagara University, and even briefly coached the WNBA's Utah Stars. Frank Layden was more than a coach or an executive. He was a foundational figure who built a franchise, nurtured talent, and brought joy to countless fans with his unique personality. His spirit will forever be intertwined with the history of the Utah Jazz and the game of basketball.
Ronald Moy, a pioneer in dermatologic surgery. The medical community, particularly in the field of dermatologic surgery, mourned the loss of a distinguished leader, Dr. Ronald Moy, who passed away on June 23, 2025, at the age of 68. A prominent plastic surgeon based in Beverly Hills, Dr. Moy's career was marked by groundbreaking contributions, extensive clinical practice, and significant leadership roles within national medical organizations. His expertise was widely recognized, leading him to serve as a former president of 3 prestigious bodies: the American Academy of Dermatology, the American Society of Dermatologic Surgeons, and the American Board of Facial Cosmetic Surgery. These leadership positions underscore his influence and respect within his specialized field. Beyond his clinical practice and organizational leadership, Dr. Moy was also a dedicated academic, holding a professorship at the esteemed David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA. This dual role allowed him to not only advance surgical techniques, but also to educate and inspire the next generation of medical professionals. He was particularly renowned for his specialization in Mohs micrographic surgery, a highly precise procedure for treating skin cancer lesions. Over his career, Dr. Moy performed an astonishing more than 30,000 such procedures, a testament to his skill, dedication, and the trust placed in him by his patients. In addition to his surgical work, he also ventured into entrepreneurship, launching a successful skincare line, Cellular MD, with his daughter. Tragically, Dr. Moy's passing was due to complications from neck surgery. His legacy, however, will continue to resonate through the countless lives he touched, the medical advancements he championed, and the high standards of care he exemplified throughout his illustrious career.
Enzymes. And it has DNA repair enzymes that do all the different things, and there's at least 3 or 4 different types from different sources like plankton and bacteria and plants. So they're all from really natural sources. DNA intensive renewal is also a product that we more likely use it in someone like a man who may not like a thicker cream. That leads us to the other DNA repair enzyme product, which is DNA night renewal. DNA night renewal is really for someone who has dry skin. It may be most appropriate at nighttime for someone who wants to moisturize their skin. It's a little bit of a thicker product.
Elia, the unforgettable voice of baseball. Elia, a figure whose career in Major League Baseball spanned playing, coaching, and managing, passed away on July 9, 2025, at the age of 87. A Philadelphia native, Elia's journey in baseball was marked by dedication, a deep understanding of the game, and one particularly unforgettable moment that cemented his place in baseball lore. As a player, he spent time as a shortstop, but it was in the dugout where he truly made his mark. He managed 2 major league teams, the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies, accumulating a managerial record of 238 wins and 300 losses over 4 seasons. His coaching career also saw significant success. He was the third base coach for the Philadelphia Phillies when they famously won the 1980 World Series, a highlight of his time in the sport. However, for many baseball fans, Elia will forever be remembered for his passionate, profanity-laced rant against Chicago Cubs fans in 1983. This fiery outburst, born out of frustration, became an instant classic, replayed in censored versions for decades and serving as a unique, if controversial, part of baseball's rich tapestry. Even 25 years later, Elia himself reflected on it as very, very difficult, but acknowledged that we're human beings, and you make mistakes sometimes. Despite this infamous moment, Elia was widely respected within the game. Players like Dan Wilson, who played for the Seattle Mariners, credited Elia with teaching him how to play in the big leagues and how to hit in the big leagues, affectionately calling him Uncle Lee. His affiliation with 10 different organizations throughout his career and his enduring sentiment that he always considered himself a Philly at heart speak to his deep connection to the sport. Elia's legacy is a complex blend of solid baseball contributions and a singular, unforgettable moment that captured the raw emotion of the game, ensuring his place in the hearts and minds of baseball fans.
James B. Maas, the pioneer of the power nap. On July 2, 2025, the world of sleep science and psychology lost a pioneering figure, James B. Maas, who passed away at the age of 86. A renowned social psychologist and sleep researcher, Maas dedicated decades of his life to understanding the critical link between sleep and human health, primarily through his long and distinguished tenure as a professor at Cornell University. His work was instrumental in bringing the often overlooked importance of sleep to the forefront of public consciousness. Maas was widely credited with coining the now ubiquitous term power nap, a concept he popularized through his research and advocacy. He was the co-author of the 1998 bestseller Power Sleep, the revolutionary program that prepares your mind for peak performance, a book that provided actionable advice based on his extensive studies. Through his almost 50 years at Cornell, he lectured to more than 65,000 students, passionately touting the benefits of good health and adequate rest. His research consistently highlighted how Americans often suffer from insufficient sleep, linking sleep deprivation to a range of serious health issues, including type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and increased stress levels. James B. Maas was more than just an academic. He was a public intellectual who translated complex scientific findings into practical advice that improved the lives of countless individuals. His legacy is a healthier, more rested society, and his influence continues to be felt every time someone takes a well-timed power nap. He truly helped us all understand the profound impact of sleep on our well-being.
Hello, I'm Dr. James Maas. I've devoted myself to the study of sleep quality since 1969, and am the author of several books on sleep education, including Power Sleep, that sold 3.5 million copies. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity. To live a happy and successful life, we must first sleep well. Quality sleep is fuel for the brain. It's the single most effective thing you can do to reset your brain and your body for health and performance. But most of us are at least moderately sleep deprived, wake up tired, and not feeling energized all day long. This can result in a lowered immunity to infection, a significantly higher risk of heart attacks and strokes, type 2 diabetes, cancer, obesity, irritability, anxiety, and a reduced ability to learn, remember, and do critical and creative thinking. Poor sleep also affects your motor skills, such as driving a car or a golf ball. In fact, the quality and quantity of your sleep is the best predictor of how long you are going to live. A much better predictor than exercise or nutrition, although they are important as well. To get a good night's sleep every night, choosing the right mattress is critical. Fortunately, there's an excellent mattress that's designed based on scientific principles and research to help you sleep better than you ever have. And that mattress is the Best Sleep mattress. Best Sleep is a brand known for manufacturing 5-star hotel mattresses. This professional mattress manufacturing company has conducted sleep studies in Korea for more than 30 years. With their know-how and patented technology, Best Sleep produces and sells directly to consumers high-quality mattresses with 5-star hotel-grade comfort. The reason we feel comfortable when we stay at a luxury hotel lies in the bed. Let's find out what makes a 5-star bed so special that everyone feels incredibly comfortable when sleeping on a Best Sleep mattress. The more springs in a mattress, the higher the quality and more comfort it offers. Tightly packed springs leave little empty space, which in turn provides good pressure relief and better support. Also, thanks to the enhanced durability, the mattress won't sag easily after years of use. Imagine the difference between 10 versus 2 people carrying a heavy boulder. There's a visible difference in the level of support and stability in this example. Likewise, the higher the spring count in a mattress, the higher the density, which takes comfort to a whole new level. Z8B is packed with 3,325 springs. Compared with other mattresses in the same price range, this number is by far higher than that of other products. Typical mattresses in the same price range usually come with about 800 springs, so Z8B has over 4 times that number. Z10B is even more impressive. It's equipped with a whopping 5,172 tightly packed springs. Of all mattresses in the same price range worldwide, it probably has the greatest number of springs in the case. In particular, Z10B features hypercell coils, which were developed using Best Sleep's cutting-edge technology. A standard coil consists of 6 turns, whereas the hypercell coil has a much greater number of turns. As a 10-turn coil, hypercell coils take comfort to a whole new level by providing stronger weight support. It is a premium material usually used to make expensive, high-end mattresses. A solid proof of the quality of the Z Black series is in the long warranty period. Z8B and Z10B mattress springs are covered by a 15 and 25-year warranty, respectively. As far as I know, this is the longest warranty available in the Korean mattress industry. Also, I believe I have not yet seen such a long warranty period for products in this price range. The fact that the product quality is guaranteed for such a long period of time appears to be an expression of confidence in the quality and must mean that there is a less chance of a defect. Another reason that makes the Z Black series so special is the structure and form of the mattress. The product is designed to have 2 layers of toppers stacked on the mattress. This replicates the layered mattresses found in luxury hotels. The first topper layer is removable. It's very practical as it allows you to use the mattress as 2 beds. Also, if the mattress gets worn out, you can simply purchase and replace the topper with a new one. So budget-wise, it's a very reasonable product. I was really surprised when I saw a sample of the Z Black series mattress Philly. The reason for my surprise was the fact that the topper was filled with wool. In the past, wool was a natural material that was used in the bedrooms of royalty and nobility. It is a high-quality filling material that's only used in high-end premium mattresses. Wool is known for its exceptional breathability and hygroscopic features. As it creates a pleasant sleeping condition all year round, you can sleep cool in the summer and warm in the winter. If you want to bring the comforts of a 5-star hotel into your bedroom, I enthusiastically recommend the Best Sleep Z Black series. However, make sure that you try out the mattress before purchasing it. Never judge a mattress only by its label. Simply sitting on a mattress for a few seconds or pressing the surface like when playing a piano will not tell you what it feels like when you lie your tired body in bed. So take some time to lie down on the mattress in your usual position to check if the product is a good fit for you. I recommend that you choose a mattress only after you have checked out the level of support and comfort by lying down on it yourself. If you feel that the Z Black series fits well with your body, confidently purchase it. I know that your informed decision will enhance your quality of sleep, resulting in improved health, mood, performance, and longevity. As a sleep doctor, Ivy League professor, and a sleep researcher, I highly and enthusiastically endorse Best Sleep products for a better sleep tonight and a greater daytime success tomorrow.
Joe Coleman, a three-generation pitching legacy. Joseph Howard. Coleman, a formidable American professional baseball player and coach, passed away on July 9, 2025, at the age of 78. Born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1947, Coleman's career as a pitcher in Major League Baseball spanned an impressive 15 seasons, from 1965 to 1982. He played for several teams, including the Washington Senators, Detroit Tigers, Chicago Cubs, Oakland Athletics, Toronto Blue Jays, San Francisco Giants, and Pittsburgh Pirates, leaving a significant mark on each. Coleman was a true talent, making his MLB debut at just 18 years old as the first ever draft pick to play in the majors. His early success was immediate, securing 2 complete game victories in his debut week of the 1965 season. His most notable years came with the Detroit Tigers, where he achieved a 20-win season in 1971 and a career-high 23 wins in 1973, ranking second in the American League. In 1972, he was selected for the American League All-Star team, a proud moment that made him and his father the first father-son duo to be chosen as All-Star pitchers. That same year, he helped the Tigers win the American League Eastern Division and set an ALDS record with 14 strikeouts in a single game. Beyond his individual achievements, Joe Coleman holds a unique place in baseball history as part of the first 3-generation pitching family in MLB, following his father, Joseph Patrick Coleman, and preceding his son, Casey Coleman. After retiring from playing, he continued to contribute to the sport as a pitching coach for various organizations, dedicating 50 years to professional baseball. Joe Coleman's legacy is one of pitching excellence, a deep family connection to the game, and a lasting impact on the sport he loved.
Fox Fehling, a symphony of dedication and versatility. On July 7, 2025, the world of classical music lost a cherished talent with the passing of Fox Fehling, a long-serving violinist for the esteemed Chicago Symphony Orchestra, CSO. She was 76 years old and had dedicated an incredible 43 years of her life to the CSO, from 1979 until her retirement in 2022. Born in Iowa City, Iowa, in 1949, Fehling's musical journey began early, leading her to study at prestigious institutions like the Manhattan School of Music and the Juilliard School in New York. Her exceptional talent was recognized early on when she became the first recipient of the Misha Elman Award, a significant honor that underscored her promise as a young artist. Fehling's career was a testament to her versatility and passion for music. Beyond her foundational role in the CSO, she performed with a diverse range of orchestras, including the Springfield Symphony, the National Orchestra of New York, and the Florida Symphony, as well as at renowned music festivals like Spoleto and Aspen. Before joining the CSO at the invitation of Sir Georg Solti, she also played with the Grant Park Orchestra and served as assistant principal second violin with the Lyric Opera Orchestra. Her musical interests extended beyond the classical realm. She was an active chamber musician and even played bluegrass and western swing with the CSOkies, a country western band comprised of her fellow orchestra members. Fox Fehling's legacy is one of unwavering dedication to her craft, a remarkable tenure with one of the world's leading orchestras, and a spirit that embraced the full spectrum of musical expression. Her beautiful contributions to the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and beyond will resonate for generations.
Steve Benson, the sharp wit of a Pulitzer-winning cartoonist. Stephen Reed Benson, a powerful voice in American political commentary and a Pulitzer Prize-winning editorial cartoonist, passed away on July 8, 2025, at the age of 71. Born in Sacramento, California in 1954, Benson wielded his pen and ink with incisive wit and fearless conviction, shaping public discourse through his impactful cartoons for decades. He began his career as a cartoonist for the Arizona Republic in 1980, and his work quickly gained national recognition. Benson's talent was formally acknowledged with the highest honor in journalism, the Pulitzer Prize for Editorial Cartooning, which he was awarded in 1993. This prestigious award was a testament to his ability to capture complex political and social issues with clarity, humor, and often biting satire. He was also a multiple Pulitzer finalist, demonstrating a consistent level of excellence throughout his career. Beyond his individual artistic achievements, Benson was a respected leader within his profession, serving as the president of the Association of American Editorial Cartoonists. His cartoons were widely distributed and collected in numerous books, ensuring his commentary reached a broad audience. As the grandson of former U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Ezra Taft Benson, he came from a family with a public profile, but he forged his own path as a critical observer of American life. Steve Benson's legacy is one of artistic brilliance, journalistic integrity, and a commitment to holding power accountable through the unique and powerful medium of editorial cartooning. His sharp wit and insightful commentary will be deeply missed.
They ran a cartoon that was blatantly anti-Semitic. The editor didn't have a clue. They have two editorial cartoonists at the Times. They had
Jul-12-2025, a beacon of light and activism. On July 7, 2025, America lost a true pioneer and a tireless advocate with the passing of Jul-12-2025, who died at the age of 86. Born in Indiana in 1939, Thais Williams was a visionary businesswoman and a groundbreaking LGBTQ+ activist whose impact resonated deeply within the Black and queer communities of Los Angeles and beyond. Her most iconic achievement was the establishment of Jul's Catch One in 1973, making her the first Black woman in the United States to own an LGBT nightclub. This wasn't just a business, it was a sanctuary, a vital space for a community that faced discrimination and marginalization. Beyond the vibrant walls of her club, Jul-12-2025 was a fierce advocate during the darkest days of the AIDS pandemic. She actively served on the board of the AIDS Project LA and co-founded the Minority AIDS Project, working tirelessly to provide support and resources to those affected. Her compassion extended to co-founding Rue's House, a housing facility specifically for women with AIDS and their children, demonstrating her commitment to holistic care. Even after achieving success, she pursued a Master of Science degree in Oriental Medicine and opened the Village Health Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to educating lower-income communities on nutrition and healthier lifestyles. Her profound contributions were recognized when she was appointed Grand Marshal of the 2016 Los Angeles Pride Festival, and in 2019, an intersection in Los Angeles was officially renamed Jul-12-2025 Square in her honor. Jul-12-2025 was a beacon of light, courage, and unwavering dedication to social justice. Her legacy of entrepreneurship, activism, and community building will continue to inspire generations to come.
Tim Rooney, the unsung architect of NFL championships. On July 8, 2025, the National Football League lost a quiet but profoundly influential figure with the passing of Tim Rooney, who died at the age of 84. While his name may not be as widely recognized as the star players or head coaches, Rooney was an unsung architect behind some of the most successful teams in NFL history. He served as the New York Giants Director of Pro Personnel from 1985 to 1999, a crucial role that involved identifying, evaluating, and acquiring the talent necessary to build championship rosters. Rooney's career in the NFL began even earlier, in 1972, with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Over his long tenure, he played a pivotal role in helping to build an astonishing 6 championship teams. This remarkable achievement speaks volumes about his keen eye for talent and his deep understanding of what it takes to construct a winning organization. Giants president and CEO. John Mara lauded him as an invaluable member of our player personnel department and an accomplished evaluator. Rooney was known for his ability to spot hidden gems, even convincing legendary coach Bill Parcells to take a look at a player like Raina Thompson, who became one of Parcells' best special teams players. Tim Rooney was more than just a personnel director. He was a trusted colleague and a master strategist who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to assemble the pieces of championship puzzles. His legacy is etched into the Super Bowl rings of the teams he helped build, a testament to his quiet dedication and immense impact on the sport of professional football. Each of these individuals lived a life of passion, talent, and purpose. Though their fields were different, from sports and entertainment to science and social activism, they all shared a spirit of excellence and generosity. As we mark July 12, 2025, we pay tribute to their memories. We reflect on Norman's fight for equality, Gaillard's breaking of science barriers, Hassenfeld's generosity to children, and every story in between. Their passing leaves a gap, but also a lasting inspiration.
We close this remembrance with gratitude for the lives of Pettis Norman, Ted Cordes, Mary Gaillard, Dave Flebotte, Alan Hassenfeld, Franklin Stahl, Don Hein, Frank Layden, Ronald Moy, Lee Elia, James Maas, Joe Coleman, Fox Fehling, Steve Benson, Jul-12-2025, and Tim Rooney. Through our memories, their light endures, and their legacies will continue to guide future generations.